A man may look healthy on the outside, but if his prostate is in trouble, his entire reproductive system and quality of life can be seriously affected. The prostate, though only the size of a walnut, is a silent command center for men's health. It's closely tied to fertility, urinary control, hormone balance, and a man's confidence, especially after age 40. Yet over time, combined with a modern lifestyle of low activity, high stress, and poor nutrition, the prostate becomes highly vulnerable to inflammation, enlargement, or functional decline. And here's something many don't realize. Among the leading risk factors, diet stands out as one of the most silent, but most dangerous, threats. In today's video, we're going to walk through the most important insights you need to know about prostate health. What is the prostate, and why is it so important? The structure and biological role of the prostate in the male body. Common medical conditions affecting the prostate. And most importantly, 12 foods you should avoid if you don't want to silently put your prostate at risk. Before we dive into all the helpful and interesting information, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss any valuable videos in the future. What is the prostate gland? The prostate gland is one of the most unique parts of the male reproductive system, playing a central role in maintaining reproductive health and regulating urinary function. In terms of location, it sits just below the bladder and surrounds the upper part of the urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body. When active, the prostate produces a portion of the fluid that makes up semen, which helps nourish and transport sperm. As a result, the prostate plays a vital role in fertility and the effectiveness of ejaculation. But the prostate's role goes beyond just physiology. It also affects daily quality of life. Because it sits right next to the urethra, even mild inflammation or enlargement can lead to symptoms like painful urination, difficulty urinating, or frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. These issues can cause fatigue, sleep disruption, and a noticeable decline in vitality. After the age of 50, the prostate in men typically begins to enlarge gradually. This is a natural part of aging, but if left unchecked, it can become the starting point of more serious health problems. That's why understanding the prostate isn't just about disease prevention. It's a proactive and long-term way to protect men's health. Structure and biological function of the prostate gland. The prostate is not a simple mass of tissue. It's a well-organized structure divided into distinct zones, each with specific functions and a direct impact on men's health. Anatomically, the prostate is divided into 4 main zones, arranged concentrically around the urethra like protective layers. Each zone is closely associated with different common prostate conditions. Small blue diamond, the peripheral zone, is the largest region, making up about 70% of the gland's total volume. It is located toward the back and sides of the prostate, near the rectum, which makes it accessible during a digital rectal exam. This zone contains numerous small glands that produce fluid to nourish sperm. It is also the most common site for prostate cancer to develop. Small blue diamond, the central zone, surrounds the ejaculatory ducts and sits above the urethra. It makes up about 25% of the prostate's volume. This zone is less commonly affected by benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and has distinct histological characteristics that set it apart from the other regions. Small blue diamond, the transitional zone, is smaller, accounting for about 5 to 10% of the prostate's volume, but has major clinical significance. This is the region most prone to age-related enlargement, especially in cases of BPH, a common condition in middle-aged and older men. Small blue diamond, the periurethral zone, is a narrow band of tissue that directly surrounds the urethra near the bladder neck. Though small in size, it plays a key role in regulating urine flow and is often involved in inflammatory or fibrotic conditions. Understanding this zonal anatomy not only allows for more accurate diagnosis, but also opens the door to targeted treatment approaches, rather than viewing the prostate as a single, uniform mass of tissue. Common prostate conditions. Don't let the prostate silence fool you. Some conditions don't cause immediate pain or discomfort, but they quietly wear down a man's health, vitality, and confidence day by day. These are the common disorders that affect the prostate. Small blue diamond prostatitis is one of the most common prostate conditions and can occur at any age. Sometimes it's caused by a bacterial infection, while other times it's linked to chronic stress, a sedentary lifestyle, or immune system imbalances. When inflamed, the prostate swells and can cause symptoms like lower abdominal pain, pain during ejaculation, burning or painful urination, frequent urges to urinate, or difficulty starting a stream. The discomfort may also radiate to the perineal area and significantly affect both physical and mental quality of life. Small blue diamond benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, is common in men over the age of 50. It involves the overgrowth of prostate cells, especially in the transitional zone, causing the gland to gradually enlarge. As it grows, it puts pressure on the urethra, leading to symptoms like weak urine flow, difficulty urinating, interrupted stream, frequent nighttime urination, and a constant feeling of incomplete bladder emptying. While non-cancerous, if left unmanaged, BPH can impair bladder function and increase the risk of urinary tract infections. Small blue diamond prostate cancer is the most serious threat and also one of the most common cancers among older men. It typically begins silently in the glandular cells and can progress for years without any noticeable symptoms. By the time warning signs appear, such as difficulty urinating, painful urination, or blood in the urine or semen, the disease is often at a more advanced and dangerous stage. Understanding these conditions is the first step toward taking control through prevention, early detection, and protecting your prostate health, the foundation of a man's vitality and performance. Knowing about common issues like inflammation, enlargement, or prostate cancer is just the beginning. The more important question is, what are you doing every day to protect this crucial gland? Many men unknowingly feed their condition at every meal without realizing it. Some seemingly harmless foods can actually trigger inflammation, disrupt hormones, and worsen urinary symptoms. Up next, let's take a look at 12 silent prostate-damaging foods you should start cutting out of your diet as soon as possible. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, leave a comment with the number 3 below to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Now let's keep going. Number 1. Spicy and greasy foods. Are you a fan of ultra-spicy foods? A few cayenne peppers in your meal might light up your taste buds, but they can also quietly irritate your urethra and bladder. For those dealing with prostate issues, especially chronic prostatitis or benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, spicy foods can act as a trigger that worsens symptoms. The compound capsaicin found in chili peppers can stimulate sensory nerves in the pelvic area. The result? You may feel pain, burning, or discomfort in the perineum, scrotum, or even while urinating. In some cases, it can lead to frequent urination, urgency, or the sensation of incomplete bladder emptying, often mistaken for a urinary tract infection or bladder inflammation. If you continue eating spicy foods regularly, your prostate may become more inflamed, more sensitive, and harder to treat over time. Protecting your prostate doesn't mean giving up flavor. It means making smarter, more mindful choices every day. Number 2. Sugar and artificial sweeteners. Are you overdoing sugar without even realizing it? A can of soda, a pack of cookies, or a few spoonfuls of sweetened condensed milk might seem harmless, but they can act as silent inflammation triggers for your prostate. Sugar and artificial sweeteners contribute to systemic inflammation and directly affect the prostate, which is already highly sensitive to immune system disruptions. Excess sugar intake also throws off your gut microbiome, which plays a key role in hormone regulation and testosterone production. And low testosterone. It's linked to prostate enlargement and reduced sexual function. If this habit continues unchecked, you could be facing chronic inflammation, urinary issues, and even long-term declines in energy and vitality. Number 3. Salt. Do you tend to season your food heavily because bland just isn't your thing? Be careful. Excess salt may be putting more pressure on your prostate than you realize. High sodium levels in the body increase blood pressure and stimulate the nervous system, which can lead to urinary problems such as frequent nighttime urination, difficulty urinating, or the sensation of incomplete emptying. Common symptoms in men with BPH or prostatitis. Too much salt also promotes inflammation throughout the body, which can slow down recovery if you're already undergoing treatment. This seemingly small habit, when repeated daily, can impair urinary function over time and negatively affect your prostate health in the long run. Each time you cut back on salt, you give your prostate a better chance to heal and stay healthy. Number 4. Processed sauces and bottled condiments. Do you casually add barbecue sauce, chili sauce, or bottled fish sauce to every meal without thinking twice? These convenient, store-bought condiments may seem harmless, but they often contain an entire ecosystem of ingredients that can silently harm your prostate. High levels of salt, saturated fats, food additives, preservatives, and artificial flavorings found in these sauces can disrupt male hormone balance, increase the risk of chronic inflammation, and destabilize prostate tissue. For men dealing with enlarged prostate, BPH, or urinary issues, consuming too many processed condiments can make symptoms worse, leading to frequent urination, incomplete emptying, urinary urgency, or multiple nighttime trips to the bathroom. If you care about your sexual health and urinary control, it's time to start eliminating those convenient at the table, troublesome in the long run condiments from your daily routine. Number 5. Fried foods. Are you tempted by the golden crisp of a hot plate of fries or fried chicken? Your stomach might be satisfied, but your prostate definitely isn't. Fried foods, especially those cooked in reused oils, can generate harmful compounds known as AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These compounds promote inflammation and damage blood vessels and soft tissues, including the prostate, which is especially sensitive to chronic inflammation. That's not all. Fried foods are also packed with unhealthy fats that raise cholesterol levels and disrupt the endocrine system. This hormonal disruption can negatively affect reproductive health and urinary function in men. When consumed regularly, fried foods can push the prostate into a state of chronic inflammation, accelerated enlargement, and declining function over time. And the damage isn't limited to the prostate. Your heart, liver, and digestive system may also pay the price. So it's time to ask yourself, is a few minutes of crispy pleasure really worth years of urinary issues, hormonal decline, and serious health complications? Number 6. Refined vegetable oils. Do you think refined vegetable oils are a healthy choice for everyday cooking? Think again. Though often marketed as heart-friendly, most oils like soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, and grapeseed oil are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can fuel inflammation when consumed in excess. When the body's omega-6 to omega-3 ratio becomes unbalanced, low-grade chronic inflammation is triggered, and it can quietly affect many organs, including the prostate. Persistent inflammation in the prostate can worsen symptoms like urinary difficulty and frequent nighttime urination, and has also been linked to the progression of prostate enlargement and even prostate cancer. Don't let the light and healthy image of vegetable oil fool you. What seems like a smart choice could actually be standing in the way of your long-term health, especially when it comes to the prostate, which is highly sensitive to both inflammation and hormonal disruption. If you've made it this far in the video, feel free to leave a comment sharing your thoughts or any experiences, yours or a loved one's, with prostate health. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the honest stories and valuable lessons we'll be sharing next. Your support is what keeps us going and creating meaningful content for the community. Now let's keep moving forward. Number 7. High oxalate foods. Do you regularly eat spinach, beets, or almonds as part of a detox diet? Unfortunately, these otherwise healthy foods are high in oxalates, a compound that can bind with calcium in the body, forming crystals or small stones, and irritating the urinary tract. When the urinary tract becomes inflamed or partially blocked by oxalate crystals, pressure on the prostate increases, especially in men with underlying conditions like BPH or chronic prostatitis. The result? Pain in the perineal area, burning during urination, or the uncomfortable sensation of incomplete emptying. Oxalates can also trigger inflammatory reactions in the urethral lining, making prostate conditions harder to treat and manage. Not all green foods are friendly to your health. Listening to your body and eliminating seemingly harmless triggers is key, because protecting your prostate isn't just about eating healthy. It's about eating wisely. Number 8. Processed meats. Do you often reach for sausages, bacon, or deli meats because they're convenient? These products offer more than just flavor. They're loaded with nitrites and HCAs, heterocyclic amines, compounds known to promote inflammation, alter cell function, and increase the risk of prostate cancer. Nitrites, commonly used to preserve processed meats, can convert into nitrosamines, potentially cancer-causing compounds, under the acidic conditions of the stomach. At the same time, HCAs form when meat is cooked at high temperatures, and they've been shown to damage the DNA of prostate cells. If consumed regularly, these compounds may silently increase your long-term risk, creating the conditions for abnormal growth in the prostate, even if you feel perfectly fine right now. Convenience should never come at the cost of your health. If your prostate could speak, it would ask you to return to real food, simple, whole, and safe. Number 9. Dairy products. Do you believe milk, cheese, and yogurt are always healthy choices? The truth is, dairy products from animals contain hormones like IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor 1, and prolactin, both of which may stimulate the growth of prostate tissue. In addition, the saturated fats found in dairy can fuel inflammation in the body, disrupt male hormone balance, and reduce testosterone production, a key hormone in regulating prostate size and function. Multiple studies have linked regular dairy consumption to an increased risk of prostate enlargement and even prostate cancer, especially in men over 50. Sometimes what's good for your bones isn't necessarily good for your reproductive system. Cutting back on dairy isn't a sacrifice. It's a smart move to protect your prostate, your strength, and your long-term vitality. Number 10. Processed soy products. Think soy-based vegetarian foods are always a safe choice for men's health? Unfortunately, that's not entirely true. Products like commercial soy milk, packaged vegan meats, and soy protein isolate often go through heavy processing, stripping away natural enzymes and the original structure of the soybean. As a result, these products can increase insulin and endogenous estrogen levels, especially when consumed frequently. And for the prostate, which is highly sensitive to hormonal fluctuations, a rise in estrogen coupled with a drop in testosterone can accelerate prostate enlargement and lead to functional disorders. Many men who follow a strict vegetarian diet or regularly consume processed soy-based foods may be unknowingly placing their prostate under constant hormonal stress from what seems like a harmless protein source. A plant-based lifestyle done right can be powerful, but when done wrong, it can become a double-edged sword, especially when it comes to male reproductive health and prostate function. Number 11. Caffeine. You might start your morning with coffee and reach for black tea to stay energized, but your prostate would prefer you slow down. While caffeine delivers a quick mental boost, it's also a powerful stimulant, especially for the urinary system, including the bladder and prostate. Once caffeine enters your system, it increases urine production, stimulates the bladder, and raises pressure on the prostate. a gland already prone to inflammation and enlargement with age. For men with BPH or existing urinary problems, caffeine can significantly worsen symptoms like urgency, frequent urination, and nighttime bathroom trips. On top of that, caffeine can disrupt sleep quality, preventing the body from properly restoring itself, something that's crucial for managing hormones and inflammation. Waking up alert is great, but staying up all night due to pelvic pain or constant urination is something no one wants. Number 12. Alcohol. Do you often reward yourself with a drink after a long, tiring day? Whether it's a glass of wine or an ice-cold beer, alcohol might feel like a way to unwind, but your prostate often pays the price after the party's over. Alcohol, especially in larger amounts, can disrupt male hormone balance, stimulating the body to produce more estrogen, a key factor linked to prostate enlargement. It's also a strong diuretic, causing more frequent urination, urgency, and nighttime bathroom trips, leading to chronic fatigue and a drop in overall quality of life. Long-term alcohol use can lower testosterone, impair reproductive and sexual function, affect mood, and increase inflammatory markers, all of which can further damage the prostate. A glass of wine isn't a crime, but every time you fill that glass, it's worth asking, is a few minutes of pleasure really worth risking years of compromised health and vitality? The prostate may be no bigger than a walnut, but when something goes wrong, it can turn your whole life upside down. Don't wait for your body to sound the alarm before you start paying attention. Prostate health isn't something you can fix in a day. It requires proactive care starting now, with knowledge, mindful choices, and intentional actions at every meal. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss other important health content. Turn on the notification bell, hit the like button, and share this with the people you care about. And don't hesitate to leave a comment if you have any questions or personal experiences to share. Start taking action today for your prostate health, your vitality, and your quality of life.